Bye. Hmm. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, is it 6 yet? Okay, we have 3 minutes to 6, and we will get this conversation up and going. So, whilst I wait until it's 6, I have just about 3 minutes to get started. Okay. Welcome, 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 welcome. You're welcome, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to Candid Chat with Jackie. Okay, let's see how many people can join in, and then we can start with our conversation. Erezi, go to Asida. Where's next? Go to next. Okay. No. All right, all right. Hi. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, good evening. Right. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to the second edition of the Candid Chats with Jackie Conversation series. My name is Jackie Hansen, and I am excited to be coming your way today. So, technically, this is the first edition here on YouTube. But 2 weeks ago, we began this conversation series on TikTok. And here we are today on YouTube, so we can be able to reach a wide audience. So we can go global if you like. So you're welcome. Let's use about 5 minutes to get more people joining the conversation, and then we can also wait to have our guests for today. But if you're watching me now, I want to see you. You can just leave a comment in the comment section. Say hi, say hello. What are your expectations for this year? I am expecting that this year would go smoothly, even though I know this is life. What you don't get what you want because, yeah, it's life. But I'm hoping that even if for nothing at all, we all get to experience our heart desires coming to pass. So, what are you hoping for this year? Okay, so my guest is in. Let me just add her now. You know what they say about small beginnings. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, it feels good. It feels right and it feels so good to see our guest joining us right now. There's a history about what we are wearing on our heads, but there's a little story to it. We will share the story in due course. But you're welcome, Dr. Adams. You're welcome. So
Thank
before you
you.
joined, I was just making a comment that I'm careful not to despise humble beginnings. I know you can relate, you can understand. But if you're watching this, please kindly do share the link so that other people can also have access to join this conversation. But the good thing is that for those who are not even able to join live, we can share excerpts of the video. And of course, it will be live on YouTube, so we can always have a playback. But please, I'm indulging you to kindly share the link so that we can reach about a good number of people, then we can start this conversation. Mama Ja says, I like your smile. Oh, thank you. Claudia says, I can't wait. Hi. Hi back, Claudia. Hi back, Mama Ja. It's good to see you. So, yeah, welcome everyone. You're welcome. The conversation has started, so please do well to join the conversation real quick. Let me just try to encourage people to join on my various platforms, and then we can just get this going. In the future, I'll try to figure out how we can stream on both on multiple platforms so that we can see how far we can go. But Dr. Adams, is it still raining?
Oh, it stopped. It stopped.
Oh, that must be good.
Yeah, it stopped. Okay. Trying to post a link on my.
Okay. I hope the internet favors us today.
Yes,
Oh
I.
dear. Oh dear. Oh. Hmm. Wow. Okay. Hi. So, if you're just joining us, you're welcome to Candid Chats with Jackie. My name is Jackie Hansen, and I am pleased and very privileged to be having this conversation with my very own Dr. Adams. So, Dr. Adams, are you in a good place? So, can we go ahead now?
Look, I was trying to post it on my status. I was
Okay,
trying
let
to
me give
share
you
the
some
link.
time to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's give you some 5 minutes to
Oh,
get that
just
done.
1 minute. Okay, I think it's done, so we can go. Yeah, we can
Okay,
go.
so you're welcome once again to Candid Chat with Jackie. Earlier, I was just saying that this is the very first edition. Technically, it's the second edition, but for YouTube, this is the first edition. You have
Oh,
very
I'm
nice.
privileged.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. Of course. I mean, I thought about the thing and I'm like, there's no one better to start this YouTube edition than Dr. Adams. I mean, if you talk about someone who is raw, who is unfiltered, who has no filter, that must be Dr. Adams. Who is someone who is natural and very raw. That definitely must be you. And so I'm honored and very thankful that you agreed to do this. So thank you very much.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
for agreeing to start with me. I mean, it's something I don't take for granted, and I truly do appreciate it. So God richly bless you. So the new year has begun. Today is the first Sunday of the year. I would have asked you if you have any New Year's resolutions. I don't know if it's something that you like to do, but is it something you like to do?
No,
So it
I
means that you've
realize
never set New Year's resolutions.
no, I have, but I realize that it's a cliche. We write like 10 things and we don't do. So I've just, let's say, summed it up into is it 4 or 5. It's on my door, 4 or 5. So I don't want to
Okay.
call it New Year resolution because then again I fall back into it's a cliche. Oh yeah, keke. So it's something I'm really looking up to. I'm in school, so I want to complete, I want to start a new business. There are things that I want to. I don't want to call it resolutions now. I'll be in that
Okay.
box again. So
Okay.
the even goals, we can call them goals or objectives of the year or things I want to do this year. Yes, but it's just 4 or 5.
Okay. Okay. So if you not New Year's resolutions, would you say that you've ever done a vision board before? A vision board.
No, no, I see people and I'm like, hey, I see people doing this, and I said, "Hey, I have to do what?" Last year, I was like, "Hey, I have to do what I have to do, and I have to do it." I think it's just it's the hype about it. I've seen someone. I have a friend. She's an engineer. She said she did it, and anytime it's in her bedroom, so she looks at it, and it gives her the vibe that continues. So it's something I've always meant to do, but I haven't. No, 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 I haven't done it before. I haven't. I think it's a cool
Well,
thing. I might try it this year.
well, that for me, the irony is that I go ahead to create to do New Year's resolutions, but I have never achieved everything on that list before. So I'm like, in the new year, I'm like, well, wherever God wants to take me, I'll just follow New Year's resolution. But I think just this afternoon, I tried putting together a vision board, and then just like you have done, I'll put it somewhere so that whenever I look on it, I'll see. Okay, it's not like a vision board where people have a vision board party and everything. These are just pictures I've put together
Hey,
in like a
people have
collage.
parties.
Oh yes, yes. People do
Hey,
have like a party, vision board party, come together, discuss their goals and everything. But well,
wow.
but I mean, I'm wishing that in this new year, whatever we set our minds on, we can be able to achieve it. So yeah, you're welcome once again to Candid Chat with Jackie. And today we are going to be talking about rising above the odds. You are one person who is not ashamed. You are unashamed about your journey, and you share it freely for whoever is interested in listening or in watching your story. Recently, I was watching a video where you were talking about how late you would perceive to have been if we are to go by that tangent when people complain how late they are in life. And so these are the conversations I want us to have. What has your journey been? But before that, someone would want to know who Dr. Adams is. And so in 3 words, what would you describe yourself as?
The line cutter in what? In 2 sentences or in what?
Okay,
The
in two
line
sentences. Let's do two
in two
sentences. What would
sentences.
you describe yourself as?
Um, so um me go ChatGPT number one me. Anyway, so I'm me. I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a medical doctor who loves everything about preventive medicine. Um,
Okay.
Now, so talking about New Year resolutions, one of the things I want to do about in 2026 is to do a lot of education when it comes to preventive medicine. So I want to
Yeah.
create a niche around the preventive medicine from the way we eat. Um, we are on TikTok now, so probably you see this. Someone I lost weight last year, about 10 kg, and someone was telling me it's because I gave birth and it's the baby weight loss, blah blah blah. So I told the person, I'll let myself go. 60, I'm now 61.5. I'm going to start the journey again just to prove to her that indeed you can eat your way out or you can
Mm.
eat into a healthy lifestyle. So I'm just a preventive person or preventive doctor. Yeah, more than
Okay.
just
Wow. That works. That works. But so now we want to know. Someone saw the title "Rising Above Odds," and someone will be like, "I've also had a fair share of life's troubles and challenges and all, but I'm still here where I am." You mentioned that you are a doctor, but I know that even though I don't know the whole story, I know that you didn't. It wasn't a straight jackets kind of journey. You didn't just get up one day. You gained admission to medicine school. Did you even get my medicine in the first place? You didn't start studying medicine. What has the journey been like? I know you went to Russia to study and all. Definitely, you are a math shark, so you passed your math. If you want to be a doctor, definitely you know your math. But then, what has the journey been like for you before you got to Russia? Yeah, take us to that.
So it's not been easy. When I shared my story on TikTok, a friend who's known me since, let's say, maybe JSS or SS sent me a private message in WhatsApp that, oh, by you, Abigail, you've always been a shark. So the thing is not being a shack. Yes, I've been a good student all my life. I remember as a child, my dad used to say in Fanti, "Oh, if I had money, I'll take mommy. That's me. I'll take mommy to this good school. If I had money, we are three, two boys. I'm the last. If I had money, I'll do this for mommy. If I had money, I'll do." So I've always been clever. That's to say, I've always been clever. I've always been a good student in school. But you know that kind like after JSS, I did well. I passed. I got into Mary's an A class school. And then after SS, my grades came out. I remember the day I received, I remember it so vividly, the day I received the results. I went to church. It was a fasting 1 week or some fasting days. I went to church. It was a youth program. I came back from church. I prayed, God, my results, my results, my results.
Which year was this?
2005, 205. Yeah. I come
Oh,
home and I remember my cousin. Hmm. I wish he was watching this, or when we do this video, I'll try and cut that side. And he's a pretty person. He's a pretty busy person. He was with us that time. When I got home, I asked him to open the door, and Nana may have been door. And he was like, "Oh, do you know what has happened?" I'm like, "What has happened? Open the door." He said, "Hey, your results has come. Oh, I think I got a letter from Legon or something. Hey, open the door, Nana." Oh, no, 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 share. Because at that time, he himself had tried. In fact, his story is also another. Maybe if you have time, I'll introduce you to him
okay,
to interview him.
okay.
His story is also beautiful. He tried getting into Legon for a long time, didn't get, and then, in fact,
Oh, there's
whilst
a
he was
Mary's
waiting,
girl here.
oh,
Proper
okay,
Mary's girl. Yeah.
whilst he was waiting, he got admission into UCC, but his goal was to go to Legon. And even before that, he was trying to travel abroad, tried several times. His uncle, we are cousins, but our parents, our mothers are step sisters. So he tries
Siblings.
to
Okay.
go abroad. It didn't happen. But the way God is blessing him in this Ghana, his story is for people who think at that
You can
point, he
only make
thought
it abroad.
he had to make it's US or nothing, UK, US or nothing. But the way God has blessed him in this Ghana. So I said, Nana, may I open? So he was so happy for me that your letter has come and you got into Legon. Ooh, he was just giving me funds behind the trap door. Hey, Lego, no, Lego, no one in my family had gone
Your
to Lego
family.
before. Yes, had gone to the university. So it was a big deal. Now I open the letter, physical science. Now, physical science is so the required thing.
And you had always wanted to become a doctor.
Right. In fact, this afternoon I wanted to do a video on TikTok. The preaching at church today encouraged me to do a video, but I got home and the kids and everything. I wanted to do a video about God, how God, there sometimes disappointment comes, but God has a plan for us. Ever since I was a child, my dad wanted me to be a nurse, and I said I wanted to be something that's higher than a nurse. So he answered a doctor. So right from the start, the video I wanted to do was in two parts. Another video I wanted to do, speak life into your child's life. I started calling myself
Mhm.
Dr. Adam when I was in primary. I heard the word acronym,
Right.
meaning take the first letters of your names, put them together, and make it sound like something. So I gave myself the name Adams. My name is not arranged that way. Abigail
Right.
Dodua Abena Mame Saki. If I'm writing my full name, I'll probably write Abigail Mame Abena Dodua Saki. And that one will
Okay.
not come out as Adams. So
Adams.
I
Okay.
rearranged it just so it sounded like Adams. It was try and like something. I just tried, and
Mm.
I was like, Adams, it sounds good. And I stuck to it. I started writing my name, Dr. Adams. No one in the family. When my dad said my mom should keep her nursing training book so that I go to nursing school, I said no, I want to become a doctor. So I started writing on everything. And I remember my mom bought into that idea and started calling me Dr. Adams too. When I was traveling outside Russia, she wrote on every single thing, Dr. Adams.
Wow.
I'll get to the Russia part. When I was going to Russia, I didn't get medicine. That is also another story for me to share on TikTok. I didn't get medicine when I was going to Russia.
Oh,
So I got scholarship to Russia to study biochemistry. And she wrote on everything.
wow.
My mom wrote on everything so much that she wrote on my mom gave me toilet roll to Russia. And on the toilet roll, she wrote Dr. Adams. That
Wow.
is how much she believed in the dream, even though everything
Yeah.
wasn't, So my cousin, I opened the letter physical science. I said, physical science, I'm required. I didn't get tech. We didn't buy UDS because the UDS was fee paying and my parents couldn't afford. Just today, I was telling someone who's telling me about his niece struggling to go through school, and she was asking me about medicine, how we pay for the fees, and I said, "Me, I didn't pay for my medical school fees, so it was scholarship."
Wow.
Uh-huh. 80 it was physical science. My dad said, "Go physical science." Hey, go find a pele go no mwenga no wenga no go no so wonko. Ubeko. So in short, I went to Lagos and I was doing physics, maths, computer science, and statistics. After the first year, if you didn't pass maths, statistics will drop you, computer will drop you. And I
Mm.
remember that I am Shishi, I had the board, no so panting, running from the main gate to go and check whether we passed. I was with two other ladies who didn't pass. I made it. I've been good at maths. Me
Yeah.
very good at maths. Me a sharp with maths. So I made it. The maths, hey, we maths will go, be maths will go, be a shark. It's difficult. So I passed the maths. Me say, hey, I didn't mean pay. And then my two friends who didn't make it left the science field and went into sociology. Hey, I was the only one left. So I
Wow.
was
From
always with boys.
science
I've
to
always been
sociology.
Yes, they went sociology because it's a whole something. If you don't do maths, the other well in maths, the other courses will drop you. So they had to
Mm.
find a way into the reading courses. I'm not
Wow.
saying those doing the reading
Wow.
courses is
I
low,
get it.
but that is how they found themselves and they are doing so well there. All right. So I was in physical science. Third year, I was majoring in maths and physics. Whoever told me to choose that is crazy because that thing was killing me, but I was still in it because I needed the mania. But whilst I was in Legon, my brother and I, my second brother and I, were still looking for chances for me to go abroad. So I was going for interviews. Remember, I went to one interview at trade fair. I passed and everything. Sikano moko kano. Sikana omukwaka siyenchia processing fees. And I remember my brother and I joking about it that we have to sell my dad before I can go to medical school. Because so I
Yeah.
remember my brother encouraging me and telling me that he'll do everything. I should just complete it. He'll do everything for me when I finish the first degree.
The
We'll
first.
register postgraduate medical school for me to enter. My brother wasn't working at that time, but not being due or the mommy, no. And he would joke and say that, don't worry, don't be sad. At least we got each other. There are people who
Yeah.
who don't have sisters to fool with. We are fooling together, so be happy. So that was the journey. I was in there. So my mom told someone at work that my daughter wanted to do medicine. It was a Russian doctor, a Ukrainian doctor actually, and she directed my mom to a man at administration, Kolebu administration,
Okay.
whose son was in Petersburg, St. Petersburg in Russia. So he led me. And Nyame Okwarini, how I got the scholarship is also another story. The scholarship, by the time you see the advertisements in the paper, they have already picked the people. It was a
Wow. Was it a Ghanaian
showcase.
sponsored scholarship?
It was Russian sponsored, but it's in collaboration with the Ghana government.
Ghanaian government.
So
Okay.
if they bring the show in the paper, they'll be if they advertise in the paper that scholarship is available in September, it means they've already picked the people in May. So you people seeing it in
Wow.
September, no, I don't know. So
Who
he
you know,
told me
right?
he led me. Pardon?
I'm saying that those who would have made it to the scholarship may have known someone, the who you
Yes,
know phenomenon.
yes, yes. So he was my who I know.
Okay.
So he guided me through the interview. Go say this when you go and they say medicine is finished, pick this, pick pharmacy, pick this, pick that. He guided me. The man was good. He will my mom will charter a taxi for us. We'll sit in the taxi, he'll take me to scholarship areas, we'll buy newspapers, read this, they'll ask you. It was an interview. They took my results and all. So when I went for that interview, they told me that every year they pick 4 medical students, and it's full. So my other options, pharmacy and biochem. There's a pharmacy too. It's full. Obviously, there are people with protocol. So me, I understood, and I said, okay, biochem. But I saw biochem is not something I wanted to do. So when I'm done with biochem, while a lecturer or a teacher or a lab technician or something. So when I was leaving Ghana, the plan I had with my parents was that if I go to Russia after the first year, if I'm unable to change the course from biochem to medicine, I'm coming back to Ghana. That was the deal. Because if I'm going to do biochem for 4 years, then why not complete Legon? I was in third year. Why not complete? In fact, third year, fourth year. Why not complete it the fourth year and just finishing? Why would I go and start all over another uh, science course? Another. That was the deal. So I get to Russia. That is also another testimony. I get to Russia, and the first year you have to learn the language. First. I started
So could you learn
immediately.
the language?
Pardon. If
Could you
you're
learn?
government, yes, you have no option but to learn Russia. I learned medicine in
So
Russia.
do you speak?
Russia. Yes, if you're a government student, but if you're a fee paying student, then you have the option to study in English. But I wasn't fee paying, I was a government scholarship student. So you have to learn medicine in Russian. Yes, that is
Are you
how
kidding?
serious it was. I'm serious. So I got to Russia. The first day I got there, my mind was medicine or home, medicine or home. So the first day we got to the Moscow French embassy. I asked the man in charge that it's not my chem I want to do. I want to do medicine. He said, yeah. Do you know someone? I said, who? When you connection be, I said, Debbie. I told the then president. I remember her name so well, Betty Aban. I remember her name. The other man was Mr. Mustafa or Mr. Mohammed, but Mr. Bassett. So Betty said, do you know someone? So do you know a minister back home? I mean, that someone they were asking, do you know someone in high? I said, I don't know anyone. And she said, any other thing, it will be difficult for you to change your course. I said, okay. So then we were separated. We're 19. We're supposed to be 20, but one person was late. So we're 19 that day. 4 people for medicine, the others in different courses. We were grouped into
Mhm.
the district or the schools we were going to. So in my school, we were 7 Ghanaians going there. None of them was doing medicine. I was the only science student. So we get there, we start. I remember my roommate, I told her that I want to do medicine. So please take me to the dean of the school. I want to go and talk to them. My mom kept telling me, pray about things and force. When I was leaving Ghana, my uncle told me 3 things. He said, look at our environment. Share ebusua of him. Inti Udi Asem, that was something my dad kept telling us. Udi Asemba, one I bet you. Second, Yame pet no buafo. Into wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, just know that the same God who has taken care of you before, now will take care of you in the future. And the third thing is look at the future. What do you want to become? So my mom sent me an emotional letter telling me that you left Ghana without a full certificate. You did not complete. Akakakra went to
Wow.
fourth year in a woko. Into say when me when ni anye bibi out of yourself now will buy. You better
So, not to interrupt you, yeah? Not to
yeah.
interrupt you. So, it means that you didn't finish your first degree. You left,
I didn't.
went to Russia to start all over again,
Yes.
to start level 100. By
Oh, I
this
didn't
time,
even
your
start from
mates
there.
were
There's
far
something
gone.
called PATFAC, preparatory faculty. You will start
Wow.
preparatory faculty is when you learn the languages. So when you learn the languages for some months, then you start learning biology in Russian, chemistry in Russian, physics in Russian. So that's what happened.
It's
So I get
one
to the
thing
school.
learning the language. It's one thing learning the language to speak, and then learning the language to study a
Yeah,
course in the language.
Pabro,
And you did
Pabro,
all
Papa.
this for one dream.
I
There
tell
are
you.
many people who abandon their dreams. I mean, why do I have to go through all the stress? I know there are lots of stories where people want to do one course and so they don't get the course and they are handed another course and then they will take it quietly and then just go and do it quietly. And fine, sometimes they will come out well and all that. But you said no. This is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to whatever it takes. And man, you pay the price. I can't imagine the price
Mhm.
you had to pay just so you could finally do medicine. So let's
Listen,
see. Let's fast track the story. Let's fast forward it a bit. Now you've done all that. Finally, you've gotten the opportunity to do medicine, right? Finally, when you got to sit in the medicine class, what did it feel like for you?
it was difficult. It was difficult. I cried the first few months. Daughter is worrying you, eh? You have
You
no
don't
idea
want to
the
see what's going
tantrum
on here.
my last one threw before I came to sit here. She was crying
Hmm.
hysterically. Grandma was saying, why the idea saw the call? She the tantrum she threw him. Anyway, so when we started school, oh, I cried. The first few months I came home, anytime I was coming home, I was crying. I was sitting in the class, I was the only black girl. We were like 100, 200 plus. I
Wow,
basically
and you were
go to
the only
class.
black.
I basically go to class and people don't want me to sit close to them. You know the seat is empty and you ask, can I sit? And they say no. And then I sit in class and then they whatever they are explaining. I don't understand. Hey, I've studied the language, oh, but the person is going too fast. How am I supposed to take notes? I've been to Lagos, I'm able to take notes, but this one wasn't taking notes. So I made a friend. I was picking some things. I was picking some. So you could see my notebook. Maybe I've written a force is major spaces. Then I'll come down. Biology. Biology is defined as major space. Mete is mete de no matter. It was terrible. So I quickly made a friend. The friend she we became friends not because she wanted them to know that she knew the black girl. I'll follow her to her room at that time and copy her notes. But at a point in time, I realized that I'd become a burden to her. When I asked her that, can
Yeah.
I follow you back to your hostel? She was giving me excuses. Hey, say the mayor no. Boom. God brought to me a Muslim best friend. She spoke English and knew Russian very well. She was from
Wow.
Turkmenistan. She also came in that was from a serious poor background, and the girl was agre. She was also old as I am. Our classmates were all 17 years, 19 years, 17, 19 years. Mahinur, that was my Muslim best friend. She was 22, I was 21. So we were the old ladies in the class. And she spoke English and she spoke Russian. And we quickly became friends because the girl was lovely. She wanted me close to her. Abby, did you understand? Abby, when we go home, Abby. Mahinur and I became this. Because before I met her, I came back from lectures always crying, always asking God. And then I made him in one beshemu. Hey, me na me see me
Hmm?
pencil. And there was a course, histology, where you are learning the nitty-gritties about cells. Me who so and I was crying, asking God, then I made him in abeshemu. And then so
Wow.
that girl lesson to me. It wasn't easy the first few years, but finally we were able to know what was ahead.
Please hold your thoughts. It seems people are having challenges in joining this link. And so I keep getting messages. So please hold it just a second and let me just share the correct link. I don't know why, but let's see. We will come back to talk about, is it menu?
Mahinur.
Mahnew, yeah. Please give me a second.
All right.
Hey. Yeah. So now you tell me, what do you think of how important it is to have such people, such support systems in our lives? Because sometimes we come into contact with some of these people and then something happens, we burn the bridge and then we let go of the relationship. But there comes Manu, right? Manu comes
Mahinur.
is Mahinu. Mahinu is an absolute blessing. What do you think of such support systems when we meet them on our way? How should we keep these kinds of relationships? By the way, are you still in touch with her?
We've lost touch. We've lost touch. She went to Turkey and we've lost touch, unfortunately. So Mahi, for short, Mahinu, Mahi. Mahi
Mahi,
was
that's
my
better.
angel.
Mahi.
Mahi was my angel. God brought her. We were friends. She was in an abusive, I asked him, it was an abusive love relationship, and
No.
we almost broke our friendship because of her boyfriend at that time. The boyfriend was so
Wow.
possessive, didn't want her to talk to any guy. The only time someone could talk to her is when they talked to me and then I talked to her. It was weird. It was weird. But so when God brings such people, me, I wouldn't have made it through medical school without this girl. I say it. The
Mm.
girl was my angel. She had first class. I had first class. She was a person who would say, "Wake up to study." She was where you in the same room, in the same hostel, but she used to push. When I was almost giving up, she says, "No, we can do it. We will bounce off questions on each other." She will call me, "Come to my room. Let's solve questions. Come, let's do this. Let's do this. Abby will pass. We will do this." She was such a blessing. And then I before I went to Russia, I didn't like the whole hugging. She was a hugger. So Bibi Kitwebi, I know what hug you. Bibi Kitwebi, I know what hug. I felt loved in that girl with that girl. She was my angel. So if God brings someone to you, I always say this that should you have a problem with someone, make sure it's not your fault. Should you ever
Mm.
have a problem with someone, Sano Oshia or outside, and someone has to bow their head, it wouldn't be you, so that your conscience is always clean. Even if you have to bend the bridges and you have to blast the person, do it in a respectful way. Do it in a way that your conscience is clean. So that when you meet that person, say you are the one who was right,
Mhm.
whatever happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned that you finally graduated with a first class.
We
This will
did.
forever be like fascinating to me because this is someone who didn't learn, you didn't get to study medicine in your first language. You studied medicine in Russia. I
Studying
can't
medicine in
think
Russia.
how did you? Well, you talked about the fact that Mahi was very instrumental.
Maggie
Now
was
you
very
finally
instrumental.
graduated. You finally graduated with the first class. How was the feeling like? They mentioned your name for you to walk
Hey!
down that aisle. Were your parents at your graduation?
No, hey, it's kind of way.
I know.
Kind of way, Mama. People flew. Yeah, people's parents came, but not mine. It's kind of way, Mama. Hey, sir. So the Russian system is such a way that you know the path. You know the path. how to get first
Okay.
class. Immediately you start first year, it's there. So you know the
Okay.
path. I remember my first year exam. There's something they call aftermath. So aftermath is when you get an automatic A in your exam without you sitting for the exam. I don't know whether it makes sense. So imagine you
Mm.
have physics. You will not be allowed to write the paper, but you will get an A. How?
How?
Yes, if all your IAs, all your class quizzes, you get A. For them, A is 5, B is 4, C is 3. So all you have to do is to make sure that all your class tests, you get 5. Even if you get 1 4 or 2 4s, you can be padded.
Mm.
So
Mm.
maximum is supposed to be 5. You will get an automatic A, so you don't have to sit for the exam. So first year, I had all A's. That's the first
Wow.
semester. I had all A's. So I had not still experienced the pressure of exam. Now the second year, or no, I think still first year, second semester, I had to sit for one paper, anatomy.
Mhm.
And I didn't either first year, second semester, or second year, first semester. So I think first year I got all aftermath. So I didn't really feel the pressure to write it. The second year, that's
Okay.
when anatomy, I had to write the paper. So my first paper, I couldn't. I froze. You go, the questions are in envelopes. The question I pick is different from your question. Including of it, so I want to mean copy. You go and
Oh.
pick an envelope. You have 3 questions. You might have sub questions, but whatever it is, your questions are different from this person's questions. Everyone's questions is different. And so you are suffering on your own.
Wow.
Yes, you can't copy from anyone. You can't
Yeah,
say
no, no,
it's
yummy.
number 4. Only when yummy. So then anatomy, I came out and I was like, hey, man to me. And then the man gave me a B. So I went to him and I told him that, please, I'm better than a B. I want to rewrite. He said, why? B is okay. Why do you? I said no. First year I had all A's. Second year I've had all A's in all the way. This one B, no, please, I want to rewrite. He said okay. So I sat for it and rewrote the exam, and I had an A. Third year too, it happened to me with physiology. I traveled to Moscow for a visa, and I came back, and the class test, one of the class tests, I had a 4. So our class, all the sharks were getting aftermath. He had an aftermath. Only me. I said, hey, idea we have to rewrite. So you will know the path where you know you have to
Okay.
correct it. If you don't correct it, some people are okay. And Mahi was the vim giver. She's like, no,
Mm.
Abby, you can rewrite.
Mm.
Abby, I had a 5. You too, you can have a 5. Go and rewrite. Oh, no, mommy. I remember your friend is saying pharmacology. Pharmacology was difficult. Pharmacology was very difficult. Was your medicine? Because pharmacology is difficult. And I'll sit in pharmacology class and I'll just like give you up or say, hey, sister, giving up. We have to make it. And
There's no
see,
giving up.
right from the start, you know the path you are paving for yourself.
Okay.
Whether you want to get the first class, they call it a red certificate. So if you want to get a red certificate, it's fine. If you want to get a blue, it's 2. Either you get a red class, a first class, all the others are blue. And see,
Okay.
we just have first class, your certificate will be red, and all the others are blue. Second class upper, second class lower, third class upper, third class, they are all blue. So I knew it from the start and I worked towards it. It wasn't easy, but I worked towards it. Yeah.
But what is that thing? Yeah, behind. I don't know where it is located inside of you, or even if it's something we can go to the store to say, okay, I'm going to buy some of this drive. That that thing that pushes you to say that this is what I want. And I am going to get it no matter what. What is it? What would you call it? What would you? Is it resilience? Is it what is it?
I
And
call it
how?
perseverance. So when I made mention that I've always been a good student, right from when I started schooling. But when I got to medical school, I realized that there are lots of brilliant students there too. So I wasn't
Mm.
the most brilliant person in medicine. The only thing that I killed them was physics and maths. That one came easy because remember I said back in Legon I was doing maths and physics, right? Nti ɛne
Mm.
ne deɛ mekere ɔmo nyinaa. Ɛne ne deɛ I had no competition in maths and physics. But the others, they were in their language. Ade ɔmo ɛyɛ ɔmo language no, I couldn't beat them. Into a strategy
Mm.
in the near dinner, you see. So for my it's perseverance. Mechi any be just like I told you, three things my uncle told me. Look at our yebusuani. Obi akọ university, when I wako Legon, and I will sign to coin. Obi full plane. No, if you don't make something out of yourself, if you do not try for yourself, that was the driving force. Perseverance. I have to make it. Man, really
Yeah.
go. Now, me koi, na masia ba. Uba ne
With
send.
nothing. Yeah.
In Legon, me, I have slept in hunger in Legon before. Oh, nipa. Mada come da. Mako obi dem. Ako catch and say, come dem. Sharon Bekai. Eugenia Bekai.
For the sake
Elizabeth.
of our global audience, for the sake of our global audience, yeah, please keep
Okay.
it, you can speak Russia. Yeah.
I have slept in hunger in Legon before. I've been hungry
Yeah.
before. I know what it is to go to bed without food in Legon. I know what it is to go to
Mm.
class in Legon hungry. I know what it is. So I knew that I had to make it. When
Yeah.
I got to fourth year, I had to come back to Ghana for practical. I know the sweat my brothers went through to buy that ticket and my mom. I knew all that.
Yeah.
I just to make it. You know, when you come back from Russia, wherever you study and come back to Ghana, you have to write that exam. I returned in
Mm.
2015, and that exam was costing $700
At the time.
at that time. So you can imagine how much they are paying now. And I came back,
Yeah.
and everyone was going for classes at Kolebu. Kolebu was paying $1,000 for foreign students to study. Listen,
Wow.
$1,000. And people were going to Kolebu because they believed that the examiners of our exams were coming from Kolebu, or actually, most of them were Kolebu consultants and specialists. So if you attend the classes in Kolebu, you will be above sea level. That is what someone told me.
Wow.
$1,000 to study in Kolebu. My parents didn't have. So then they said we should go to is it Konfuanochi? Konfuanochi was paying 1,500. Share difference, no. Kolebu
Mhm.
$1,000. Konfuanochi 1,005
Thousand
cities.
pounds.
So that lecturers will come and teach them. My parents did not have.
Mhm.
Because for me, Kumasia, it means I was going to rent. We were looking for a place for me to go and pitch. Everybody getting. We don't have a Busia for there. Into me, I was going to rent. Feeding hasn't come. Transportation hasn't come. My parents said
Yeah.
they don't have. So then someone advised me, go to Temale to prepare for your exam. For Temale, dear, if you are lucky, the lecturers, you just follow them around and they might not even get take money. But we
Okay.
went to Temple and they said 500 cities. 500 cities is dear. You bet in it, yeah. So see,
So you went to
$1,000
Tamale.
Kolebu. And we were living in Kolebu. Oh. My mom was a nurse.
Yeah.
So, we were living in Kolebu. So if I had
Yeah.
gone to Kolebu, I'll be walking to class and coming back. But
Yeah.
$1,000 preparation, I wouldn't get. One for not 1,005 cities, we won't get. So I went to Temale, rented a place with it was a two-bedroom with another colleague, a male. And then we were both going for the 500 cities Temale. We were 17 people who sat for the exam in Temale. And it's just two people who didn't pass. We had the highest mark that year, highest passing mark. The Kolebu people were taking $1,000. None of them passed. We passed them.
Wow.
The Temale people
Wow.
passed them. Yes. So I remember when I was going for my result, I told God that, dear God, you know where my brother got the $700 from? Recently, I found out that he even borrowed. I didn't know. All I know was mommy needs to sit for an exam. My mother was struggling, pulling hair from her nose. My brothers were also struggling. All I knew was $700 was ready, and I used it to pay. So I told God, I during one of my prayers and during one of my I wrote down scriptures, and in the scriptures I was putting my name there. And Abigail believed in God. And Abigail is trusting in God. And Abigail encouraged herself in God. I still have that paper somewhere. I wrote all those things using my name. I personalized the scriptures and I posted them We're living in a chamber and hall. So I put them on the chamber and hall. The hall was big. So my mom had used a wooden partition. And on
Partition.
the wooden partition, yes, I put and I pasted there. So when I wake up and I'm afraid that, hey, radiates, I mean, my pass, will I pass? I look at those
Hmm.
scriptures and I'm reading and I'm
Yeah.
encouraging myself. So I told God, if I don't pass, I don't know where my brother is going to get that $700. So mine was perseverance. Where I was coming from wasn't good. So I had to make it. We had to make it in Jesus' name.
Wow. And here you are today. Today,
Mhm.
after all those years, after the struggle, in fact, I know there's a lot more between the time you returned to Ghana and all that, doing your housemanship, getting into Ghana Health Service, but today you've done your masters, right? You've done your masters, is that right?
Yeah, Masters of Public Health.
And now you are practicing as a doctor. When you sit down, yeah, and you look back on all those years of struggle, you look back on all those years of suffering racism in someone's land, away from home, 21-year-old girl, you left home, went far away just so you could see your dreams come true. How does it feel like when you sit down today and you look back on all those years? Tell us, how does it feel like?
It was
And why is
worth
it
it.
even necessary to pursue your dreams?
It was worth it. It was worth it. It's necessary. I suffered. Me, I have suffered. As for the suffering, I
You
have
have suffered.
suffered.
You seem
But it was
shady.
worth it. I look back and I say that God was carrying me all along. God was carrying me
Mm,
and was leading my path. The people I met, the experiences,
mm,
when someone tells me that you're a hard girl, you see, you don't know what I've been through. My mom sent me a
mm,
letter when I was in Russia. She wrote a long letter, my dear daughter, and she said, "Be a frog, be a frog." You know what? You see my status. You know I'll be writing that I'm a frog.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
yeah,
I look
yeah.
like a frog, I look like a frog. The originator of it was from my mom. I think she heard it from a preaching or something. Fully rely on God. So I'm a frog. And that was the only hope. I knew that it was worth it. It is worth it and it will be forever worth it. Why must you persevere? Maybe in
Mm,
your house, you have another option. Maybe. But for me, seeing where we've lived in single rooms. And then we're living in chamber and hall. I've seen how my parents were struggling. There was a time when I had to pay my fees in Lagos, and my dad sat on the bed like this early morning, and I sat in the corner on the floor, and I was crying. I was asking God, why?
mm,
Because I know people in Lagos who are living good lives. Why? So when I remembered all those things, I'm like, Charlie, like I was saying that I've slept in anger before. So I have to make
mhm,
it. A friend of mine, he's diseased. May his soul rest in peace. He told me this. He said, Mommy, my dad said, if your parents ended with a two-bedroom apartment, it means that is you too. Your kwata kwata
mm,
go below
mm,
that. That is you,
mm.
your kwata kwata. So having to live in a single room, and then we lived in a chamber and hall for most of my adult life before I got married. I knew wherever life takes me, I have to start. When I got married, my parents had completed their house. We were living in a two-bedroom apartment. So my starting point has to be a two-bedroom apartment. That is what I have been telling myself. That the fact that me, I have slept in hunger at Legon before, my children will not
Mm.
sleep in hunger.
Yeah,
If me, I sleep in hunger for my children to eat, so be it. The
yeah.
fact that I have walked kilometers to school means my children shouldn't go through that.
Mm, mm,
Perseverance. For the fact that the things I have been through, it should end with me, so that God
mm.
is rising a new generation, that my children will not have
Yeah.
to suffer the way I suffered. It's my
Mhm.
past that I keep looking at. Baby, I feel no
Oh,
where And
Yeah.
form is far. It's for the sake of the children who did not ask to be here. I keep telling people, if you decide to give birth, that child was sitting somewhere in heaven, probably was an egg or wherever they were, and you decided to get pregnant and bring that child here. So you need
Mhm.
to give them comfort kakra, not give them the whole heaven. The comfort kakra, no, you have to give it to that child. So I knew I had to make it. I have suffered. My parents did the best they could. Hey, my mom has borrowed a lot of money. They've done the best that they can. It's my turn now. So I have to persevere. And that's the same way. Right now, I'm doing my specialization. And I tell people, I'm really struggling. I have to take baby
Mm.
to class. I've been to Kotoka. We were going for rotation in Kotoka. My baby was on my back. I sent her to school in Kolebu 2 weeks back. She came back with sepsis. We went on admission.
Mm.
So then I was carrying her everywhere, class, everywhere, going up and down. Me penny because I've
Wow.
seen that the future is bright and I will get there.
Mm.
I'm not there yet, but I will get there. So perseverance.
Yeah.
If you have another option, that is fine. Maybe your parents are selling blocks. When you don't make it, you can go and sell the blocks. Or maybe your parents have are into real estate. They have their landlords. My parents are not their landlords only their house. We don't have a
Mhm.
family business. We don't have a pure water business. No, there's nothing to fall. Until we have left that their generation and we are making it. So I have to make it a whole generation. Now, 3 generations are depending on me to make it. My 3 kids,
Mm.
their generation, they are depending on me to make it. So I have to persevere. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hmm. You said you have 3 kids, but you're always saying the fifth child, the fifth child, the fifth child, the fifth
Faith.
child.
I call my last
Wow.
one Faith. There are two
Wow.
stories to that. So the
Okay.
first story to that was when I found out I was pregnant. It was a what a shock pregnancy. They say me, I'm a good in maths, and I failed in my own menstrual calculations.
Okay.
My husband will tell you. I remember him asking, "Are you safe?" I said, "Oh, I'm safe." I mean, I'm in different region. He was also in a different region. He said, "Are you safe?" I said, "I am safe." Me, that I'm the math shark. I failed in that. Mhm. So
Uh,
uh, when I found out I was pregnant, there were 3 sacks.
okay.
When you go and do the scan, we didn't find
Mhm.
one sack. There were 3. So it means I was carrying triplets
Wow.
and I had 2 children. So immediately it means I'd become a mother of 5. Charlie, the prayer I prayed, I have not prayed for God to take something away from me like that before. I told God, God, this is a funny humor from you. I've always told God I wanted triplets. So if I'd given birth to triplets, my first child, and Ken one, no, that's it. I
Mhm.
wasn't going to get pregnant
Mhm.
again.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, the third one, when I'm about to start school, you are giving me triplets. Hey, the way I prayed there, I had never prayed for God to take something away from me like that. I say, God, I cannot carry triplets now. Please, I beg, take this cup away from me. So that is where the mother of 5 started from. That I have 2 children and I'm carrying triplets, so 3. So I was doing a
Wow.
scan. I was scanning myself every week, 2 weeks, every week or 2 weeks. And slowly they disappeared and became one. So after I became one, then I realized that my second born Fifi started showing me shige. He started throwing a lot of tantrums, and I said, right now, I was supposed to become a mother of 5. I have prayed, and then the 3 sacks became one. It means God has replaced it in my son. So now my son has become 3 in 1. So he alone, he is
Wow.
one. And that is how I tell
Ah,
people that I have 5 kids. That is the
I
story.
see. Wow.
Mm.
Okay. Now we've talked a lot about your career, your dreams, and all that. But I know that you got married after like 30 years, what people will even maybe may consider
Mhm.
somewhat late, right?
Yeah, I
Because
got I got married at 31,
right?
almost a month away from my 32nd birthday.
Oh, 31 is not late. 31 is not late.
Mhm.
31. I know
Mm.
people who got married at them. But let's say, I don't know if marriage was part of your plans growing up between, I wanted to get married by 25. That's That's a story for another day. At
Eh?
25 years, I had not finished. I had not gone to school to do my first degree. When your first degree, how do you say you're going to even get married? So
Worry.
that's even a topic for another day. But I know people who are above 30 years and are not married. Do you have anything to say to those people who, and we encounter them every day? They're above 30 and I'm not married, and they feel like the world has gone ahead of them and they feel so late in life. Do you have anything to share
Well,
to
you have to
encourage
relax.
any such people?
Mm,
Now
all
you
I
are
have to say
married,
is
so you didn't
relax.
have experience.
Yeah,
Mm.
you just have to relax. Marriage, it's not a race. Just relax. I mean, the 31 wasn't late, but my mom was worried because I wasn't bringing any guy home. Growing up, I was caged. Where are you going? You are going to a
Mhm.
party. You what dress and who are you taking to a party? So
Mhm.
I wasn't. I was caged. I was always home, church, home, church, home. So then she started getting worried. I wasn't bringing any guy around. When I went to tell my probably we can do you can do another live where we do marriage talk. Yeah. I went to
Sure.
Temale. I met a Northerner who it would be for when we have that marriage talk. Yes. I
Okay.
wasn't bringing anyone home. I wasn't bringing anyone home. So marriage wasn't on my radar at all. I just wanted to make it in life. I just wanted to start earning money. When I started working as a doctor, I was still hungry. When you start working, your
Wow.
salary will not come for 6 months. And there were people who were giving me gifts, people who were helping me along. So marriage
Mm.
wasn't on the radar. And I'd seen a lot of bad marriages around me, family members going through a lot of bad marriage. So me, I came to marriage with not my hardcore.
Okay.
I was telling my husband that we have to do a YouTube video on this. I came to the marriage thinking that Charlie, who have a pay, I'm leaving. Who have a pay, I'm leaving. And I also came to marriage thinking that it's a 50-50 affair. It's never a 50-50 affair. Again, we have to do a talk on this because now my eyes are open. So relax. The 31 years, you are not late, 35. I've seen people getting married at 35. It is better to marry at 38 and enjoy marriage than marry at 25 and not enjoy marriage. It's a whole lot. There's a whole
Yeah.
lot. Another video cry. So please relax. Keep praying. Go out. God will not open your ceiling and drop a man there. Go out, mingle,
Okay.
learn to talk to people. Fine girl, you don't know how to talk. You open your mouth, you're insulting, you're laughing. A friend of mine, when she's talking at Kwasia, she's laughing with you. Ha 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 ha. Wait, Jimmy, oh, ha ha ha. And I'm like, then she will say, oh, I'm joking. How do you talk like you're laughing with someone? The thing is so funny. And she's telling, oh, you get white Jimmy, oh, you're a fool. Kwasia. You don't talk like that. Learn to keep yourself as a lady. Prepare whilst you are waiting for the man, your boas. Just prepare and just keep on waiting on God. I am always on Team Chastity. If you, it's been long since I wrote anything on Team Chastity, but Team Chastity, Charlie, Team Chastity, what's it? Yeah.
Even when you are 40 years and it's not happening, remain
Team
chaste.
Chastity. Remain
Even when you
chaste.
are
Remain
50
chaste.
and it's not happening.
Remain chaste. It's difficult. No one is going to say it's easy because remember, we women we get attached to people we have sex with. So someone sent me a message from Facebook. I wrote a chastity message, and she sent me a message that so there are people who slept with their boyfriends and they still got married to them. Maybe let's say a girl had three relationships, slept with this one, they didn't get married, slept with this one, they didn't get married, slept with this one, side now they finally got married. And I asked her, what about you? That boyfriend you've been dating for a year, 2 years, if he sleeps with you and the following day he breaks up with you, how will you feel? She said, hey,
Mm.
how will he leave me after breaking my virginity? And I'm like, did he rape you? No. Was it consensual? Yes. Then why are you making noise? Why are you making noise? Understand that if you have sex with someone, consensual sex, and the person breaks up with you tomorrow, keep quiet and go your forward. Unless the person raped you. If the person didn't rape you, forced you into having sex, forced you, and you agreed, keep quiet and go. Strangely enough, this girl, when I told her, she was dating someone I knew. Yes, darling. Let mommy finish what she's doing, okay? So she was dating someone I knew. And when I told her this, hey, you don't like me, you don't want me to date your friend. And then this, and I said, what you dating my friend? Is it my problem? You're having sex with the person. Is it me having sex? No. You came to me for advice, and I'm asking you that. After the sex, she was telling me that this person, my friend, was pressuring her. And I said,
Okay.
okay, this is what I'm telling you. Don't have sex with
Mhm.
him. Because sex can always, but then if you have sex with this guy, you agree to have the sexes with this guy. If he doesn't force you, he doesn't rape you, and he leaves you, do not ever stand somewhere and say he broke your heart or say something bad about it. Yes, he broke your heart. Guess what? They are not together. The guy is married with a child now. He didn't marry her. He didn't marry her. Whether they had sex or not. In fact, I even blocked her because she started getting aggressive, kind of thinking that I didn't want her relationship to last. I was cursing her. I didn't want her to marry a doctor. How has it got to do with me? So just know that we women, we are emotional people. If you have sex with someone, the person has left something in you. You're going to carry that onto your next relationship. So sex can always wait. Can wait.
Mm. And on that note, we've said a lot. We've said a lot. Let me quickly see if I can read some messages here. Okay, so Claudia was saying Marie's girl proper. Okay, Marie's for Munje Mutu, why? um okay, I guess that's when my daughter wanted to feature in the video. Francisca said she wants to feature, allow her. Claudia says perseverance, it's always worth it. We've got no excuse and we have to make it by all means, 100%, no matter what happens. I've been so much inspired by your story, especially the part where you talked about having to learn medicine in Russia. I just can't comprehend how you were able to do that. And I think that spirit of perseverance is a gift. And even if it's not a gift, it's something that everyone should have. You should work towards it. You should work towards persevering. And for me, I think this year, that's one thing I'm going to go into. This I easily give up. Like I don't like pressure. Oh. Like, anything that looks like, oh, but it's in me. Oh, I beg you. Like anything that looks like this thing will be a headache. I'll just excuse myself, whether it's relationships, like not like even platonic relationships. The least thing that looks like trouble, I'll just excuse me, I'll just cut you off. Like, please, I beg. I cannot come and kill myself. Oh. The world as it is, it's already very demanding. The world as it is, it's already very stressful. I can't come and add yours. I can't. But today, your story has taught me to to persevere, to push the boundaries, to push and defy every odd. And for anyone who joined or for anyone who would watch this video, I hope that you are inspired to persevere. Dr. Adam's story has taught us so much, and we are going to go into 2026 persevering and pushing our way through. So a very big thank you so much for stopping by and for sharing 60 minutes of your time with us. I know you are very busy, and so I appreciate this so much. God richly bless you, and I hope that we get to do this again. So, my love to all your kids, all your 5 kids. My love to Mama Lou.
Sure, yeah.
And then, of course, to Eja Duku. We don't know them, but because of you, credit to you. We know almost every one of your family members. So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Thank you for the support and the investment that you've invested in our very own Dr. Adams. God richly bless you. And thank you so much for spending your day with us. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.